Angle grinder, sometimes called a side or disc grinder, is a handheld power tool commonly used for cutting, grinding and polishing. The angle grinder is a versatile tool, and because of the range of attachments that can be fitted, they can be used for work on a wide range of material, including metal, concrete, stone and tiles. However, the use of angle grinders can be extremely dangerous. If incorrectly used, angle grinder discs can shatter, causing projectiles to fly violently through the air, hitting the operator and others in the work area. Kickback can also occur where the angle grinder suddenly thrusts back towards the operator. Many serious injuries, including fatalities, have resulted from the incorrect use of angle grinders. Angle grinders can range from the small type to the larger and more powerful type. They can be powered by electricity, petrol engine, or compressed air. It's important that you do not use an angle grinder larger than is necessary, as a light tool is much easier to control. Parts of a common angle grinder include the body, metal gear case, on-off switch, multi-position side handle, spindle lock, safety guard, disc retaining flange, and disc locking nut, which secures the disc. The most common discs used with angle grinders include abrasive discs used for grinding and cut-off discs used for cutting. It's extremely important that you check and use the correct type of disc for the correct type of application. A cutting disc used for a grinding application, for example, can have disastrous consequences. Prior to using an angle grinder, perform an overall check of the tool. Look for any damage to parts, guards and switches. Check the disc. First, make sure that the disc is compatible with the job and compatible with the angle grinder you're using. And second, check the condition of the disc itself. A disc that is excessively worn, warped, wet or damp, or has been dropped can shatter and must be discarded. Check that the guard is securely in place, covering half of the disc, and aligned so that it protects the operator. Check that the handle is clean, dry, and securely in place. Finally, check the flange and locking nut. Make sure they are the correct type for the disc and grinder, and that they are aligned correctly and tight. Ensure that the angle grinder has reached full operating speed prior to using it. Do not apply excessive pressure to the disc. Let the machine do the work. When grinding, maintain a working angle of approximately 15 to 30 degrees to the work, and ensure the workpiece is securely held in place. Make sure that you operate the angle grinder in a comfortable position. Ensure you have a good view of the work, and keep both hands holding the angle grinder at all times. Do not attempt to grind work in an awkward position. In general, working at waist height with legs slightly apart is a good stance for grinding. Some grinding operation can create excessive dust and smoke. Always use an angle grinder in a well-ventilated area. And finally, make sure you're wearing all appropriate personal protective equipment. A disc shattering during operation can have fatal consequences, not only for the operator, but anyone in the vicinity of the work area. To reduce the risk of disc shatter, it is crucial that all operators are appropriately trained. The disc used is right for the job and the grinder. Do not apply excess pressure to the disc and do not jog or bump the work. Kickback is where the angle grinder suddenly thrusts back towards the operator. Kickback accidents with angle grinders can also be fatal. Kickback is usually caused when the disc grabs or gets jammed on the material being worked on. To prevent the risk of kickback occurring, ensure that the angle grinder has reached full operating speed prior to using it. Ensure the work does not have any unexpected foreign material in it, and do not apply excessive pressure to the disc or angle grinder. Let the machine do the work. Angle grinding tasks are usually extremely loud. Ensure that you always wear the appropriate rated hearing protection. Many angle grinding tasks produce sparks. Sparks can contribute to fires and explosions and cause damage to the eyes, face or the body. Ensure the material you are working on is appropriate for angle grinding. Do not grind vessels or containers that are pressurized, materials in contact with fuels or solvents, or in the vicinity of flammable materials. Ensure that you wear the appropriate personal protective equipment. This may include safety glasses, face shield, hearing protection, appropriate clothing and footwear, and in some cases, a respirator. Make sure the work area is free from excessive rubbish. A neat, tidy workplace will reduce the likelihood of fire hazards. Finally, store the angle grinder and discs in the appropriate storage area after each use. This will not only protect the tool itself, but help to ensure the integrity of the discs. Angle grinders are versatile power tools that are not without their risks. If you are unsure about any aspect of using an angle grinder, you should seek advice from an appropriately trained and experienced person. By ensuring operators are appropriately trained and follow all established safe work procedures, angle grinders can be used effectively and safely.